Hi everyone, welcome to Friday, Few Minutes Friday. I'm by a tree today outside because it's a beautiful day here on the south coast of England. I hope you're all well. If this is the first time you've joined a Few Minutes Friday or the first one you're watching, my name is Jeremy Jacobs and I am the owner and founder of Cookie Jar Consultancy, and I help business owners and businesses to excel in achieving their goals, whatever that might look like. I'm also the owner and founder of Ray's Bakery, which is where I am today outside. It all looks very lush, but I'm actually stood in the middle of an industrial estate. And last week I was talking around self-limiting beliefs and the conversations we have with ourselves that stop us in life and ways to get past that. So if you haven't watched that, that was last week's. And I'm going to follow on from that theme. And as I said when I started these videos, they're kind of unedited videos around what's been going on for me in my week. So they're not structured particularly well, but they are designed to kind of share really what's going on in the world. There's a huge truck going past, if you can hear that. And anyway, so following on from that, the first thing I wanted to share it's really interesting. This is actually I think about the 8th time I've started this video. And the reason I've never finished it is because I keep on getting interrupted by something. And I've noticed that all the previous videos I had filmed in my flat by myself, and now I'm out in the open with people all around me looking at me going, oh, what's he doing? And it was just following on from last week's conversation around the kind of internal conversation I have in my head, which goes, oh, people are watching you, don't be embarrassed. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. The other thing, well, the thing that I wanted to talk to you this week about is around authenticity and the current situation we living in, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. It's a really challenging time for everyone. I don't believe there's one human on the planet that hasn't been touched in some way from what's been going on, and we're in the throes of it, and it's a very challenging time. And I found the past week for myself very challenging for lots of different reasons. One of those reasons is because I'm in survival mode, because we've lost a lot of business at Ray's Bakery, and it's a very uncertain time. And that has left me setting very high expectations for myself and not necessarily delivering on those expectations, and then beating myself up and making myself wrong for not doing that. And I had a conversation with someone this week, and we were talking around it being okay and showing up as human beings. And what that means to me is being authentic. Now, I looked up, and I'm going to have to get my phone out for this one, the actual definition of authentic, which I was quite surprised by. So this is one dictionary definition. You can choose to look yours own up if you choose, and it's of undisputed origin and not a copy, genuine. So I don't know what the word authentic means to you, but for me, genuine's one that certainly I would relate to. I'd go, yeah, for me, being authentic is being genuine. And what does that mean? That means communicating what I'm dealing with and what's going on for me fully, without any change or edit to who I'm talking to. I might be talking to to a customer or to a supplier or to an employee, and traditionally I would be very much editing what I'm saying based on what either I think they want to hear, or we all do that in our conversations, and I'm practicing. And when I say practicing, because I'm not going to get it right every time, even though technically there's no right, but where I want to be, where I want to get to about being more authentic with people, takes some time and some practice, in the same way that standing out in public filming this video has taken me some practice, because my amygdala, the part of my brain that runs my fight, flight or freeze response, goes, oh, don't feel comfortable around this is weird. Well, post lady is going to be coming over in a minute. We'll say hello to her. Oh no posts for us today. I told you these videos would be unedited, authentic, if you will, genuine. So I noticed for myself, and this is something that I've definitely got from, she's going over there. I don't know why I'm so paranoid about I'm not paranoid, but I'm just like watching out for the post lady. So yeah, anyway, where was I? Authenticity. So exactly, so it's taken some practice to get me comfortable with doing these videos outside, and sometimes you might have to have difficult conversations with someone, and again, that takes practice. The first time you do it, it's always going to be way scarier and more difficult than the 100th time you do it. Yeah, you'll notice things in life that you practice and you get better at. That's the whole point of practicing things. So authenticity for me definitely is around being genuine. And so if I'm entering a conversation with someone, I'm having a meeting with someone, it might be someone at work, it might be a friend, and there's something going on for me that is bothering me or having me not be, happy or feeling great, because that's what I believe most of us are trying to strive for, is this endless pursuit of happiness and feeling okay. That's kind of the state we'd like to be in all the time. So if there's something going on for me that has me not be that, and I'm feeling a bit low or a bit sad or a bit anxious, and I'm in a conversation with someone, and particularly if it's someone that I have a really strong relationship, and I'm not sharing myself authentically, genuinely, then that doesn't work for me. And it's something that I see going along a lot in business in particular, and something that this COVID-19 pandemic has changed for me is being more authentic, particularly with people that I wouldn't normally be, like customers, potential new customers, suppliers. And that's a real strength for us as a business, and that's something that I encourage all of my team to do. Is if you've got something going on outside of work and it's really bothering you and you feel comfortable enough, please share that with us so that we can deal with it together as a team. Someone behind me. And that's really transformational in our business and in my life. It's scary sometimes at first, but I have 99% of the time seen really positive results off the back of it, and it really creates an environment where people can show up to work themselves. And I notice from my experience in business, working for companies, that has not always been the case. Sometimes, depending on the industry, you're expected to kind of show up and get on with it. Now, on the flip side, you might say, well, we haven't got time for this, or, we're busy. Now, it's a balance, right? Sometimes it's not appropriate. Sometimes that person might not want to share. They might choose not to share right now, but it's just allowing people the space to be themselves. I think it's really, really important. On a final note on all of that, I think the most surprising thing around reading the definition of authentic is it being original and not a copy. And I have certainly noticed for myself that's something that I'm practicing in my life, is being Jeremy, whatever Jeremy looks like. And I noticed that all through my life I've changed or tried to fit in. Brené Brown, I was listening to a podcast with Brené Brown. She was interviewed by Lewis Howes, and she said the absence of, what was it? Yeah, the opposite of belonging is fitting in. And I think that's really, really true. If we want to feel like we belong in a group of people and we can't show up authentically, we try and fit in, we try and change ourselves to try and fit in with that group. And that's doing ourselves a disservice and not showing up fully self-expressed in the world, however you choose to be. I hope that's made sense. It's made sense in my head. But yeah, I invite you this week to have a look and see in your life where you're not showing up authentically, and where you're changing your behavior or the way you are in groups of people. And just notice. I think that's the first step of changing any behavior, if you want to do that, is just to notice that it's going on. Simple as that. Anyway, That's all that I have to say this week. I hope you have a beautiful weekend if you're not working or you're taking off some time to be with your family and or friends or whoever, and fingers crossed the weather is going to stay beautiful like this all weekend. Anyway, take care, and as always, if you have anything to say, please comment, please like, please share, and we'll see you next week. Bye.